The community that I grew up in was a place called, Colonial Projects, which is in Harlem, 155th and 8th Avenue. And it was a very interesting time in my life and a very impressionable time in my life. You can imagine, we never saw black policemen and we never saw black police officers. It was the civil rights. It was basically really the civil rights era, in that, big was Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and, I was in Harlem at the time when Kennedy got shot, and I always thought that to be famous meant that you might get assassinated. So we had a lot of things going on in our heads at the time. Black Panthers, I saw a lot of movement. Really it was kind of like we were starting to realize that being black could actually mean something special, could mean there was a positive thing about being different, because never could I turn on the TV and see a positive role model on TV. I mean, my role models were buckwheat, Maybe we saw Bill Cosby and I Spy, but for the most part, we did not see positive black people on TV. So everything was kind of in our imaginations, and just kind of a difficult time, as I said, not having those role models other than our parents. But Harlem was a fun place. I mean, we were a close group of kids, a close-knit group of kids, and we never played basketball. Basketball wasn't the thing for us. But the reality of it is that we were being shaped and molded by the things that were around us and the things that we saw. There was no term African American at that time. And, even to expound on that, it was the start of the Afro. And an Afro wasn't a big thing puffed on your head. It was just having your head shaped up. And I didn't even know that black people could be good looking. We did not know black people could be good looking until Muhammad Ali said he was pretty.
Wanted or not, you are. I mean, people for years have been saying you're one of the most attractive men in the world.
I know it. I was just...
I'm the king of the world.
Hold it.
I'm pretty.
Hold it. You're not that pretty.
I'm a bad man.
Wait.
I shook up the world.
And when Muhammad Ali said he was pretty and he was the prettiest, then black people stood up a little bit and was like, oh, snap, we can be pretty? You mean people can compliment somebody for how they look and be black? And that was just like revolutionary for anybody. So that's why if somebody says to me, who's the greatest athlete or who's your favorite, that's always, Muhammad Ali changed the way we thought about ourselves as a people, as a race, and made us walk, made us stand up and hold our heads high and walk proud, because you could be like, hey, I look like a little like him, or something like that. And it was a very impressionable time. Red, black, and green. I mean, red, black, and green had a meaning, and all of us little kids knew it. We had red, black, and green Afro picks, red, black, and green. We wore dashikis, because at that time was a time when it was, hey, wait a minute, we got something to be proud of. But we never knew that before, because I think, as I said earlier, I never had a black teacher. I never saw a black fireman, never saw a black policeman, never saw a black doctor. The only people that had nice cars were white people. And it was just a different time, and we were comfortable staying in that space until somebody showed us that we should be comfortable in a different space.